What's going on, everybody? Robinson here. I want to make this the series finale, the vlog finale for the Road to Pro debut. I'm just starting to get caught up. So, it's just been a very hectic week, kind of getting back into the swing of things. Wanted to kind of tell you my thoughts and feelings of how everything went, and just kind of end it and move on. Over 40 plus weeks of dieting, I couldn't have asked for any better conditioning than I possibly brought to stage. After reaching out to all the judges and getting all the feedback, that's why I waited to film this, because I wanted to see what the judges said. I did come in second place in my pro class. It was a total of 5 pros, all good quality guys that have definitely gone from organization to organization and won their fair share of shows. So I had nothing to be ashamed of. I took second place in a tough class, held my own, got a lot of compliments from said pros. I can't stand traffic, guys. Anyway, that I definitely belonged on stage, which is all that mattered. So the feedback from the judges was that I was by far the best conditioned pro on stage, which means I was the leanest, tightest from head to toe, whatnot. The only thing that I gave away a little bit that they said was mass. That's why I didn't take first. The guy that I ended up losing to was fuller, bigger, so that's what they ended up deciding to go with. I'm not mad about it. I don't disagree with their decision. I'm not going to throw a temper tantrum. As we know, bodybuilding is very subjective, so you have to deal with what the judges say. The one thing everybody did say, and it's still a weakness of mine, are my quads. They need to get bigger. It was something I worked very heavily on in the off season. They, by far, if you saw the pictures that I've posted, let me see if I can fix this camera a little bit. Is that better? Yeah, it's better. I did work on them a lot. They, according to the pictures that I've looked at, they've doubled, at least doubled in size since 2012. I've made major progression on them. A few of the judges who have seen me on stage before said that my legs have gotten better. They just still need more work. I'm really curious to see what my legs would have looked like had I not suffered that glute and lower back strain back in February or March, where I was starting to have issues and I basically couldn't squat for 2 months. Now, am I saying that would have made a difference in me winning? No. But, when you can't squat for about 8 weeks or so, I lost a lot of strength. I'm sure a little bit of size went with it. So I would have been curious to see, had I been able to stay healthy throughout, what would have occurred in terms of my leg size. But my quads were lean, my hamstrings were in, my glutes were striated. I couldn't complain on anything regarding that. So overall, the package I brought to stage, very happy with. John and I did a great job. I held my conditioning all day. We were very smart with my carbs. If you want to know how we kind of did that, I got up in the morning at probably about 7 o'clock. I had a cup of oats, loaded about 50 grams worth of carbs, did a quick pump up about 15 to 20 minutes afterwards, just did some push-ups and whatnot. I ate again probably around 11 o'clock, 11:30, somewhere in there, I think, because we weren't starting the show till 2. I did about 8 ounces of sweet potato and about 6 ounces of chicken. And then we were waiting to see when I was going to go on. So when we got there, I don't think I ate again until probably 2 o'clock or so. I had an ounce of chicken and about 4 ounces of sweet potato. And then I ate again an hour and a half later, another ounce of chicken and another 4 ounces of sweet potato. And then we just held off. So we slowly loaded in carbs during the course of the day so that my system didn't get overloaded. And then obviously did the pump up routine where I had a candy bar, some quick sugars, rice cakes, things like that. Pumped up backstage, hit the stage, and I peaked perfectly. I think I peaked even better for my pro debut at the ANBF than I did at the OCB. Now, I looked good in both. I had great conditioning in both. I just think I peaked better for the pro show, and that's what we were trying to do anyway. My goal was to make a great, lasting impression on the judges for my pro debut. That's the show that I really, really wanted to peak for. So all in all, in my opinion, though I didn't win, though I didn't get my IFPA pro card this season, it was a great success. I earned 2 pro cards in 2012. I won my class in the IFPA show, just fell short in the overall, and I took second in a very tough pro class. Considering I'm a noob in this, really, I'm very happy with the results. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen now. Now that I've competed as a pro, I don't have to compete for a while because I validated my pro card. I am not going to compete again for probably about 3 years. I really want time to bulk up and put lean muscle mass on. For those of you who followed me, in all reality, I've only had, in 2012 into 2013, I probably only had about 8 months to really bulk up, and then cut back down again because I started dieting in November of 2013 for 2014. So I'm really curious to see with, you know, about at least a 2-year span of good quality bulking, you know, and probably doing some mini cuts here and there to reduce the amount of body fat that I have on me, what I'll probably bring back in another couple years. You know, now we're just starting the reverse dieting. I'm going to start a whole new vlog series explaining what I'm doing on that. So I'm not going to talk about that on camera. But that's really about it, guys. I mean, I did what I wanted to do. I proved a lot of people wrong. A lot of people didn't think I was going to be able to make it, commuting 4 hours a day with everything else that I got going on in my life, and I did. Some assholes were saying that I never really competed against any quality competition, so I didn't deserve my pro cards and I wasn't worthy of them. So I walked into an OCB show where I know there's a lot of competition, over 90 competitors, and held my own, and I almost won my IFPA pro card. And then I went against pros, and my biggest concern was, you know, there are people who win their pro card and they'll go into a pro class and they don't look like they belong there. They look like they're a couple years behind. And I looked like I belonged there. I held my own. Now, granted, it wasn't the most stacked, largest pro show to ever compete in, but nonetheless, I went against guys who are quality pros that have definitely won their fair share of first place in many competitions in NGA, DFAC, ANBF, IFPA, all over the place, and held my own. And that's what really mattered. And I got some good compliments from guys who have been around the block for, you know, 10 years or more, who have been doing this, where I've only been doing it competitively for 2 years. I didn't even start squatting and deadlifting until about 2 years ago. I just started getting into doing those large lifts. So, you know, it really shows that if you put in the hard work and the time, what you can achieve in a short period, and if you just stick to the plan. I don't do anything fancy, you know, I don't do these exotic workout plans. I stick to a lot of compound maneuvers and some accessory work. And God, the sun is killing me. I did a really good job. My coach did a really good job. And that's really about it, guys. I've got other announcements coming in another video. I want to thank everybody for following me on this journey. Get ready for the next one, because I'm going to be coming back to lean bulk with a vengeance, and really see what I can pack on in the next couple months or next couple years before I come back and compete again. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.